Hello, hello, hello. Vlog number 9. I watched the sunrise this morning. Yep, I sure did. And it was glorious. It was glorious. My husband works the second shift, so he gets out at 11:30 and then he comes home and, it takes him forever to get upstairs. Sometimes he falls asleep. Sometimes he falls down a YouTube hole or a TikTok hole or, at least it's not falling down any woman's hole. So then he comes upstairs, and then take, an hour to shit. So then he goes to the bathroom and why am I talking about him? Jesus. Stop it. Okay, so anyway, he got into bed late as per usual. And I had to go off. I'm trying to be more healthy, so I'm drinking a lot of water. I'm drinking a lot of LaCroix. And so my bladder woke me up. Oh, I gotta pee. So I texted him, get out of the bathroom. He got out of the bathroom. And now normally when that happens, I'm half asleep. I'm zombieing in there, with my mouth guard, kind of a little bit of drool because the mouth guard makes you drool. And I do my business and I get back into bed and fall asleep. Well, this morning it was one of those moments where I'm like, I'm not going to be able to go back to sleep. I just know it. So I shuffle off to the bathroom. I come back in. We spoon. I try to go back to sleep. It ain't happening. I'm looking at the sky. The sky's getting lighter and lighter. And I'm like, well. But it's funny because I had been thinking that I want to start doing what I did 10 years ago when I lost 100 pounds. More like 11 because I started that diet in like 2008. By 2009, by the summer of 2009, I had lost 100 pounds. So I would get my butt up at 5:30 and work out and then take a shower and then have my protein smoothie and then I'd get dressed and go to work, get dressed and get my kid off to school and then I'd go to work. So my subconscious must have heard me saying, you want to get up at 5:30 because I was wide awake at 5:15 and by 5:30 I'm just like, you know what? I think I'm going to watch the sunrise. I can tell you the exact day that I last watched the sunrise. And that was, like August of 2017 when I had my last baby. And he just had I was doing his, 4 a.m. feed, and he had like a blowout. He had a blowout diaper, and he threw up, and he peed. I mean, all over me. I had poop. I had everything all over me, and so did he. So I gave him his bottle, and then I had to clean everything up, and then I had to clean the laundry up, and so I was up, and I was like, well, the sun has risen after all that time. And I just stood out on the porch and I was like, and I felt grateful because I had this sweet little baby and I didn't care. And so it's been 3 years since I watched the sunrise. So I got up, I turned the coffee pot on, I went out and I stood and just listened to nature. And also we're right off a main road, so cars rumble past. But that's okay. And, then I went and got my coffee and stood there and, I Googled, when's the sun going to rise today? And watched the sunrise. And it was really, really nice. And then I had my coffee and then I loaded the dishes and turned the laundry over, take the stuff out of the dryer, put the wet stuff in the dryer, start a new load. I cooked a big pot of oatmeal because my little guy, Teddy, loves his Oaties. And I hadn't made it in a while. And then I took a shower. And I don't have any floor stickies yet. So I put on hospital socks. Yep, I was wearing hospital socks in the shower. And you know what? It's okay because I didn't fall on my ass. So It was a really great start to the day. And I was grateful to see it. I was grateful to have another day. You know, none of us know when it's our time to kick off. So I'm grateful and happy. And I feel so pleased that I was productive after 10 years of being sedentary and miserable and wanting to do stuff like clean my kitchen and do my laundry, but I just can't. This kind of morning to me is bliss. Bliss. Friggin' bliss. It was amazing. And then, you know, the babies got up and, you know, I got Teddy his breakfast and he was so happy to have oatmeal. He came up behind me and put the bowl down beside me and he said, ooh, ooh. Oh, God. So he was happy to have a nice, delicious, healthy, hot meal. He's been having cold cereal lately. That's not his preference. He would like a hot meal. You know, and then it was a joy to, you know, my kids waking up and Teddy, I love Teddy. He knows how to use a fork and a spoon, okay? He knows how to do it. But it's a little awkward for him, right? He still does the scoop and then does the spoon like this so everything falls on him. So he knows how to use utensils, but man, he's like hand to mouth, hand to mouth, hand to mouth. It's quicker. I look over and he's just shoving Oaties in his face. And I just felt like, yep, as a mom, there's nothing better. There's no bigger feeling of accomplishment than having your kid eat the food that you make. Thankfully, Teddy's pretty easy about it, but, you know, my other two are picky ass eaters. So having him be a good eater is so nice to my mommy soul. And then I got dressed and then I drove over to sit in the Tarkin parking lot. The Target parking lot so I could have my Zoom talk therapy with my therapist, Suzanne. And that went great. We made a schedule, started to make a schedule for me, but also for Joe because he's going to start distance learning soon. And so that was very productive. And, you know, again, after a whole decade of not doing much, being sedentary and just pretty much sitting my ass on the couch. And bless her heart, Suzanne. I mean, I know it's her job to help people like me. But I've been seeing her every week for 2+ years. And I'm finally at the active stage of therapy. If you look it up, there's like 4 stages of therapy, right? And this is from the therapist's point of view. FYI, if you want a really good read from a therapist's point of view of what therapy is like for her conducting therapy and for her getting therapy for her own issues from somebody else, please go look at the book, I Think You Should Talk to Someone by, oh God, what's her name? Goblitz. Lisa? Is it Lisa? Lisa Goblet? Not Goblet. It's a German. She has a German last name, okay? But I Think You Should Talk to Someone. That's the name of the book. Very helpful, that book, because I understood it gave me the perspective of a therapist, so I understood where Suzanne was trying to get me. And she's trying to get me to the 4th stage of therapy, which is the active stage, where instead of like talking about shit and ruminating about shit and just, you know, processing shit, you're actually actively working on the things that are causing you distress. So, and I just drove home and parked and now I'm vlogging. So, today has been an extremely productive morning and I'm so thankful for that and grateful for that. And it makes me feel so good. And now I can go upstairs and make lunch and be there for my boys for the rest of the day. And yeah, it's great. And also, I've been making a list of videos to make. So, excitement. So, you know, not all my vlogs are going to be like this, like where I'm just sitting down and rambling at the mouth. There's some things I actually want to like topics to discuss. Yeah. All right. So for all the 5 people who were, I think, the last time I looked, subscribed to my channel, and I think only 3 people watched, those would be my 2 best friends and my husband. Thanks for watching. Go out and have a great day. And if you're having a hard day, try to start your day over again by resetting your mind about it. And if you can't, that's okay too. But don't go ruin anybody else's day. Okay? Great. See ya.